I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I checked in at the embassy in Cuba. I mean, when I came to Earth, I went to Mir because I thought, well, I'm supposed to check in at the embassy because if I don't go to what they consider to be the diplomatic outpost, they're going to call me an alien. And I'm not an alien. They have very important things they need to attend to. And they keep making excuses saying they don't have what they need. And it's absolutely what they need. Well, they didn't want that. Something went wrong. So, what we have instead is we have this. Do you know what this is? You ever heard of those? Moon lobby. It's where you go and you sit and you wait for them to process you. But what happens when you get through the moon lobby? Well, you go here and then there is this big room. And it's shaped kind of like this, actually. And you go in, and then as soon as you get in, right here, there's like a little shack. I don't really know what they do there. They have some sort of storage. Sometimes they have windows that open up and someone can look out. And over here is the kitchen. But the rest of this big open area, there's a stage here and then here. Now it's two layers, right? So there's a second level that goes up. And all around this periphery here are rooms where the people who've gone through and they've made it through the stage, these people, they're allowed to have a room. And then they come out and then they have like a little, like a gangway they walk around. There's not bars on the doors, there's actual doors, right? But then right here, every night, before you've passed your Christian training test, literally, in order to get a room, you have to do Bible study. And after you do Bible study, you have to do homework. And you have to pass the homework because there's tests. And if you read the Bible and you answer honestly, that doesn't mean you're going to pass. They're going to keep making you do it until you understand there's a specific Bible reading that you have to read a specific way. And when you commit that answer to writing, then you've passed the test. In the meantime, you're on the floor right here. You see this light? This is not even how low the light is at night when you're trying to sleep here. They gave you a little mattress about 2 inches thick. You have to take a shower based on what they give you. You're not allowed to keep your own kind of hygiene products. As soon as you take the shower, you get your mat. 1, 2, 3. How many people you think they can fit on that floor? One time I think they had up to 40. I think the night of the 2016 presidential election and the 2016 election, they had at least 30 people in little 2 inch mats with a thin blanket laying on the floor. You don't even get a pillow. You got to come up with a pillow somewhere else. You're not allowed to have any of your items in there. You have to keep that outside and lock up. But somehow they don't give you a pillow. They give you a thin blanket. They give you a little mat that's like 2 inches thick. And they put you in rows in these mats next to each other. 1, 2, 3, right next to each other. 6 inches apart. Maybe a foot if you're lucky. If you don't put it close enough, they come by and they tell you where to put it. Where to go. It's all laid out. The mats are already laid out. You pick the mat, but then they give you the sheet and they give you the blanket, no pillow. And every night that's where you sleep with the lights on. Now it's kind of hard when you first get there to sleep with the lights on, especially when it's cold. It's Texas. They keep the air conditioning on. You never have enough clothing and you never have enough cover to not be at least a little chilly. So if you're somebody that might be, I don't know, a little bit possessed of the particular way of thinking, you might put the cover over your head and allow for your expiration to heat up along with your body heat underneath the blanket to increase your body temperature. So you might actually be able to sleep. But the point of the matter is, I believe it's actually a form of conditioning. They're expecting this to be the segue. If you pass your Christian indoctrination, then you get put on the second level. You get your own jail cell. And then after you do whatever they consider to be acceptable, you get farmed out to some housing somewhere outside of the jail. Does anybody hear from you again? Does anybody see you again? What about if you have children? Until that time, you're sleeping on that cold ass floor with the lights on over your head. And you better hope you don't wake up in the middle of the night when they're waving off all those other Christians' taxes onto you, especially when those taxes are supposed to finance somebody's election preference the next day. And then they tell you that you need to vote for somebody, and you say, I'm not voting for them. No, that's not actually the way it goes, right? Because the whole thing is you consent. Who are you voting for? Who are you voting for? Ouch. Wow. Ouch. Who are you voting for? Who are you voting for? Are you voting for? Are you voting for? Why is there all this fucking child porn all over the place? Why are you showing me right now these visualizations of a young girl that looks just like me getting violently sexually assaulted while my heart hurts so bad I'm afraid it's going to explode? Why is my heart hurt so bad? My chest, am I going to have a heart attack? Except I don't think that way because this has been happening to me for years. Do you want to know what I said? Let me tell you what I said. I didn't answer that Christian indoctrination seminars compulsion to try to compel me to vote for who they said to the way they wanted to. And my ass ended up getting the next lesson in my curriculum, which is, well, at least if you're inside, you don't have to worry about the wind. It gets cold in December, even in Houston. Go try sleeping on the street with that thin blanket and see where you go. See what it takes to hustle up one of those sleeping bags and keep it. See what it takes to go get some cardboard to sleep on so you're not sleeping on the cold cement. I'm still not voting for her, assholes. I am not going to vote for